You mentioned it in our group chat, and we all were super interested in what she had to say. You gave us like a little tidbit, but then a lot of time passed, and I put in our group chat, yo, I think Maul might like this chick.
That was hilarious.
It felt like you were kind of gatekeeping the information and that maybe you and Celina had hit it off.
We like sending screenshots. He like, nah, she IG. We on IG.
But
okay, nigga, send the screenshot.
Yeah, you were scrubbing messages.
So what I did was...
You saw how the game worked for Clay, and you went right in there and was like, yo, you want to be my girlfriend?
You said self-believe?
No worry now.
Maul came in so happy that I was getting killed for a change in the comments.
I'm not happy because it's never a good
You were
thing.
a little gleeful, like, yeah.
No, but we said...
Rory's getting smoked in the comments.
I said you were going to get smoked.
Listen, all energy shifts no matter what. Everyone's going to have their day. I'm just happy that I'm right about what I'm being killed about.
Oh, now you sound like me 2 weeks ago.
Chris Rock is not an A-lister.
He's an A-list celebrity, bro. But I understand why you think he's not. I get it. He's not the prototypical
It's a fun debate. And this isn't even a Patreon plug, but I will say it. Patreon.com/New Rory and Maul. We had a long debate about A-list celebrities and argued up and down that Chris Rock is not an A-lister.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting killed with our clip on Instagram going to our Patreon. But it's fine.
It's good. I spent the weekend reading like a bunch of comments and things like that about me like in the last week.
Okay.
Changed.
What?
It's interesting to see a few faces and a few names in there that's talking crazy.
Me.
Very interesting.
All Demaris.
I didn't see Demaris. I didn't see nothing with Demaris, but it's been interesting seeing the people that have some very, questionable energy and things to say.
I do, as of recent, I've done a lot of like Reddit cleansing and comment cleansing. I don't particularly like check the way I used to.
Yeah.
But then I'll do what you do, like weeks later, be like, all right, man, I got some time. Let me see what's going on. And that might piss me off more. Because now if it's somebody I know or someone that I need to text about a comment they had, so much time has passed.
Yeah.
They're probably, why you hitting me about this, bro?
Why now?
Because I just saw it. Now I'm mad.
Yeah, now I'm not really mad, but it is. It is some people in there that I had said some things, and it's like, oh, okay. Like I know where to put. I know which compartment to put you in now. Like we not as cool as we once was. Yeah, that's a fact. It's a few niggas that had some shit to say, and I'm just like, word.
But what's crossing the line with like rap debate stuff and associates?
Just questioning things that have nothing to do with the music about me personally.
Got you.
Okay.
Like when people start doing that, start saying things that's like personal. Because all of this shit is subjective. It's music we talking about here. None of it is
Kendrick and Drake. What do I have to do?
Yeah, like none of this is that serious. But it's like some people have had some things to say in some comments where it's like, oh, it's something else you feel some way about. This is a personal comment that you posting on the internet, and you got my number.
Yeah, but you can't get likes and comments when you call someone direct.
But that's why I got to put you. So now I know which box I got to put you in. It's like, oh, I thought you was something other than what you are. Like, okay, so it's fine. It's no beef. It's none of that. It's just when you see somebody say something, you like, because I'm doing that a lot now too. Like people say certain things, I'm no longer taking it just for what they said. Like I'm looking deeper into that comment now.
Okay.
Like where did that come from? Because people do that. Because people will tell you that they have an issue with you or they feel some type of way about you without really saying it. They'll say other shit. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Coming off the Kendrick and Drake beef, that's what you want to say about me?
Some niggas don't get a dap. Some niggas get a nod now.
Some niggas don't get nothing. Like that's the gay. That's the balling part about it. When you just walk past niggas that you used to kick it with, and they know why. Oh, they know. They always know why. Like, damn. Oh, he must have saw that.
Yeah.
Or he must have heard that. Or somebody must have told him what I said. Like it's always that when when the energy goes from how I usually am with people, like, yo, what's good, to just straight like walk past them. They know. Like, oh shit, he heard.
I hold on to those comments though.
I do too.
I screenshot them and favorite them for them to manifest themselves years from now.
I'm just a psychopath. I almost did that. I almost liked the comment so that people know I saw it.
Oh, I love doing that.
But I'm like, nah. I'm like, I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. I want to see how their energy is next time we're around each other. Like I want to see if they stand behind the energy of that comment. Because that's what you got to do now with me. Like whatever you say about me on a public platform or in some comments, anything like that, just stand behind it next time we're in the same room. Like we don't have to speak. I don't know if people know that too. Like we're all adults. We're all grown. We don't have to speak to each other. It ain't beef, but it's like, bro, we don't have to. Some of y'all I don't speak to anyway. So it's like now it's really like, oh, cool. You feel that way? All love. Just don't try to be cool and be friends in person and then be online talking a little sideways in comments. Like it just doesn't add up with me. So just let things add up. Let the math be right when we see each other.
Just like celebrities, there's tiers to those comments for me. Most of them, I don't give a fuck. It's whatever. Yeah. I'm used to it by this point.
Just certain people.
Then there's like that associate B-list tier.
Yeah.
For example, there was a gentleman that we weren't like cool or whatever. We seen each other around the small music industry. He worked at Dreamville, then he worked at Interscope.
Mm-hmm.
And I had tweeted just like on some fun shit, yo, bucket list, I want an EP of Lloyd Banks album.
Mm-hmm.
This was years ago.
Yeah.
I think Too Cool to Blog or one of those joints like just screenshotted and posted it.
Mm-hmm.
And then under it, it was like, what a fucking idiot. What does he know about producing an album? Like,
yeah.
A little too, like, what? Yo, what the fuck?
Like all of that came up.
You could think that I can't produce an album. That's whatever. That shit.
Fine.
But like, why? We don't know each other like that. That you could start saying shit like idiot or something like that.
Yeah.
So I screenshotted it, favorited it. Then when my album dropped, put the comment on my story and added them.
Yeah.
With the link.
Yeah. Great project. Great.
But that's B-list shit where I just want to be petty. I don't care that much. The A-list one is like, we have to have a conversation.
A little pettiness is cool. You need a little pettiness. I think it keeps things kind of like spicy. It's like adding hot sauce to your favorite meal. It's like, if you don't have it, it's fine. But you put it in there, it just kicks things up a little bit, gives it a little flavor, a little warmth. Yeah. That's all. Warm shit up. It's springtime. It's time to warm shit up a little bit.
But then I felt like I did something. I ended up deleting the comment because I did feel kind of bad. I went to his page after I'd added him. I hadn't been in the page since that comment.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that he did like an interview where he was talking about spiraling from like alcoholism and lost his family. And I commented, LOL, damn.
Wait, that was the comment?
I commented that under his spiral video.
Nice. When they go low.
We take it to the motherfucking flow.
You go right up under them when they go low, huh?
Listen, you didn't need to take out your alcoholism and losing your family on me and my Lloyd Banks aspirations.
Right.
If you mad at your own self, don't come on the internet when we have like 35 mutual people.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see each other and call me an idiot for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think it was even worse than idiot. He might have said retard. Like he took it, so LOL, damn it, you're drunken spiral.
You had to have.
You want to get a drink and solve this, bro?
You fucked one of his. That's crazy. You had to have fucked one of his bitches before. Like when it be stuff like that, it's like you. A girl mentioned to him that you fucked before. Had to be.
But why is that an issue?
Yeah, I'm not
like. Why is that even even if that's right, even if you're correct in saying that, why is that even an issue? If we have a female in common, like. Sounds like we got similar taste. Is that like a reason to be mad? Like,
she likes you. That's the difference between.
And if I'm still talking to her while you're talking to her, now you have an issue. Like, hey, don't speak to my girl. No, you have a history, but I'm not speaking to any of his hoes.
Oh.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
it might be his favorite hoe that you don't know about.
Mm.
That's who niggas be mad about. Niggas don't be mad about who fucked their main thing. They be mad about who fucked the girl they love. They really love. That's what they be mad about.
That's sick.
That's what they.
How you walking around with that energy in your chest? That's why you niggas is in the hospital. Like that's
no,
why
you know what I think
you
really,
niggas be heartbroken.
What really frustrates men with chicks that they love and aren't really with, they have no grounds to be upset, and that makes them more mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't be mad at her for fucking with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
We're not together.
Right.
But I love you. Like, how do you not? Like, you can't go fuck somebody else. I love you.
Yeah.
Why aren't you waiting for me? Why aren't you waiting for me to clean my shit up and make you an honest woman one day?
Hey, dudes
like,
be emotional, man, over them girls.
That's
lady, it be y'all fault too, though.
Why the fuck you point at me?
Well, because you're a woman. So it be y'all fault. Like, I gotta point to you. I can't point to Peach. I gotta point to you. Like, it's your fault. It's women's fault that men get in these positions of being hurt and being heartbroken because, you know, y'all do little things where the guy that likes you, sometimes you don't like him, but you like the other guy more than you like him. And he knows the other guy. And he knows that you like the other guy more. And he's like, yo, but why you like him more than me, though? See, when guys ask that question, that's nasty. Yeah. That's kind of like, see, that's why I like him. He would never ask me that.
He would never ask me that.
He would never ask me that. That's why I like him more than I like you. Because he would never ask me that. See, they don't like that. And then I got my car getting shot at. See? It's the women.
How the fuck?
I just, not because of you.
None of this was the woman's fault. He kept, everything he just said was men's fault.
It always goes back to women. It always goes back to women. You know that. Any problem between men, there's a woman somewhere.
I used to think that for a while, but now, some dudes just be weird.
Niggas just be weird.
Somebody that was a very one-sided beef that y'all know of. Remember years ago, you and a bunch of other of our friends were convinced that it had to do something with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all talk to the same girl? No. Have no mutuals, no nothing. Some people are just fucking jealous and weird. Some people are just straight up weirdos.
Do you think that you ever had a friend around you that may have had romantic feelings for you, a guy, and you didn't know?
Like on some Tyler and
yeah,
Gerard Carmichael shit?
Yeah, and things just got weird and you don't know why. It's like, yo, why? Homie just got started acting crazy. Like, what? I don't think so. I think so.
When Rory gained weight, his ass started getting fat?
No, not openly gay. Like, had like secret, like man crush feelings for you. And
they're still like in the closet?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Really?
You think with Rory?
No.
Oh, no, with
what?
you?
Yo,
Okay.
come on, don't Demaris.
No, I'm saying, did you think somebody did that with Rory?
No,
or
with
are you,
me.
For yourself? Okay.
With me. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it was a guy that used to be around me, that used to be cool with me. We're no longer cool. I think because a girl told me years ago that she thought he was gay. She was like, yo, I think he's gay. No, she didn't say she thinks. She was like, yo, he's gay. Because you know women, when y'all know, y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yo, he's gay. And I laughed. I was like, yo, he's not gay. She was like, all right. She said, just remember I told you, he's gay. And I was like, now that we're not cool no more and I really don't understand and know why, it's kind of like things just got weird and he started saying crazy shit. And I'm just like, oh, all right. Like, I know what compartment I got to put him in. Never fuck with him again. I think he's gay.
Okay, now that you're having like the retrospect, hindsight 2020 thing, what are red flags now that you realize like that was kind of some gay shit?
Overly aggressive when like the homies is out and it's like you just overly aggressive, wanting to fight. It's like, fam, this ain't even that type of energy. Like,
but fighting over you?
I would hope. Well, maybe, maybe. See what I'm saying?
Knocking bitches out the section
in a very unique way.
Yeah,
maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gay. I don't care if you are, but I'm not. You know, do your thing. But I think that that's a real thing. I don't think that men that are in the closet sometimes, if they have homeboys, they don't know how to come out and say it. Naturally, we all know that. But I think it gets even more difficult when I think the older you get. Mm-hmm. I think the older, because it's kind of like, yo, bro, like we're all grown men now, got kids. Like if you gay, oh, just live your life. Like who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that a lot of men still struggle with that, and so they mask it with overly, tough emotions and I'll turn this whole shit up. And it's like
whole time they horny.
Yeah, whole time you just got horny demons on your shoulder for your homeboy.
Just can't get the nut you want off.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like
built up semen.
It's
I
like,
can't imagine like nutting and being like, I ain't want this. Like this ain't what I want.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
This ain't what I want. Why you laying with a woman?
I've had some questionable bodies, Maul, in my 34 years of living.
Not that questionable.
I've definitely laid there like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah, no, we've all had that.
No,
like,
not like that.
Why
but
would
when
I
you
have
can't
sex
even
with this
enjoy
girl?
the nut like it's a forced nut.
What Demaris is talking about is a whole different level of.
That's probably most men in the closet though, for a while.
That has
or
to
they
be.
just can't nut.
Oh shit!
I mean,
see, that's something you can speak to. I can't. I don't.
Oh, I've seen it.
For one thing, I'm gonna do. I get to the race. I finishes. Yeah, I crossed the line.
Were they on perks, coke? Maybe it was just that. Maybe it wasn't gayness.
Or they could be gay.
And them perks is to mask gay feelings too. See, these niggas be but they not telling y'all. These niggas is drugged up because they really trying to suppress them gay demons in their body.
They can't face reality.
They can't face their reality.
Niggas over there itching. You think it's the perk? They just gay?
This nigga just trying not to go at his man and kiss his man in the mouth. His homeboy. Yo, be gay, fam. If you gay, be that. Just put the perks and shit. Put the opioids down, bro.
Because you only feel comfortable,
gay, man.
They only feel comfortable putting on the mascara and the dress once they're addicted to opioids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
Like once
you know what?
Before they had the lean addiction, they was dressing kind of regular.
Yeah.
Then they started feeling a little swervy and was like, listen, it's just eyeliner.
Yeah, that's all it is. A little smoky eye. That's all I need. You know what I mean? Put a little smoke around the eyes.
Oh. Trigger warning, this next segment has to do with domestic violence. If you or anyone that you know has been involved with domestic violence, please contact 800-799-7233.
No, but in all seriousness, over the weekend, when was this? Friday? The news came out or the video
Friday.
came out?
Mm-hmm. Friday morning.
Friday morning. So we got a video came out. I think Rory sent it to the chat. Somebody sent it to the chat. Peach sent it to the chat. Sent the video to the chat. Video from 2016 came out from a Las Vegas hotel.
Los Angeles.
It was Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Okay, Los Angeles hotel. And it shows Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel hallway near the elevator.
Brutally abusing her.
And after that, obviously, the entire culture and media, everything went up. We got some requests to do some late night show interviews over it, and it was just like everything just kind of just went up in flames. But we're here to talk about a few things. First, prayers to Cassie.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure as that video came out, she had to relive that moment, and obviously other moments came to mind as well. So prayers to Cassie, love and light to Cassie. Hopefully she's in a better place. Hopefully she's found peace and joy and happiness and is healing from that trauma of having to deal with that.
Just filing the suit, I'm sure, was extremely difficult for her. I'm sure a lot of people that had not talked to her in a while hit her up when that suit came out to apologize and this and that. But then I'm sure there was a lot of people that didn't.
Yeah.
And then they saw this video on Friday. I'm sure her phone was ringing with a bunch of people that she didn't even care to hear for.
Yeah.
Your sorries aren't going to fix anything here. It's almost, I feel like, a selfish move for a lot of people that are now, that were in that circle, now like, yo, I want to go apologize to Cassie personally.
Yeah.
But she wants nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah, no. And it's unfortunate because when the lawsuit came out, when Cassie filed the lawsuit, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about Cassie. She's looking for a money grab. She's supposed to be married with kids. She moved on? Why is she lying about this? Why now? Why wait so many? It was just a whole bunch of things that people had to say about Cassie once her lawsuit was filed. So Friday was a day of, truth, a day of, remembrance for a lot of people, a lot of victims of domestic violence. But in particular, in this situation, it's very unique because this is coming from the hands of a guy. Let me speak for myself in this moment. A guy that I looked up to, a guy that I supported, and I feel like a sucker for that. Having had any hand in supporting and helping this person become the figure that they are in our culture. So let me say I take onus on me being a sucker for that.
But you didn't know, Ma. You can't be a sucker.
No, it's not about knowing. They're just now looking at it. It's like, okay, but I supported that, not knowing all these years, but still I supported it. So it's like I didn't know, but now I know. So it's a lot of things that come to mind because if you are fortunate enough to get older and live through some moments, you start to realize a lot of these idols and these figures that you look up to are not worth it. A lot of false idols walking around. And Diddy is unequivocally, undeniably a false idol. It just is what it is. This is coming from a kid that stood online to buy No Way Out CD. Saved my own money as a high schooler. I may have been high school, I may have been 14. That album came out, 14 or 15. So I, speaking from somebody that supported and looked up to and, used Diddy as the guy that I could point to and say, look, Black men from my city, from my community, from the same streets that I grew up on, we can make it. We can become something. We can become something bigger than life. We can do great things. We can, represent Black men in a light where we're not normally represented. We get a lot of stereotypes placed on us, and Diddy for so long was a guy that we could point to and say, here's a guy that beat all of those odds and beat all those stereotypes and, knocked down a lot of doors and created a lot of opportunities for the culture and for people and guys that look like myself coming from the city that I'm from. But Friday, all of that changed. For years, we've heard things. In the Cassie lawsuit, we heard things that was disturbing. I had personal phone calls from my position that we took when we first reported on that from guys that I respect and that I always listen to after all of that happened. And it was very interesting because there was a lot of we don't knows, we can't speak too soon, let things unfold and things like that, which is true. And sometimes what we do, Rory, is sometimes we speak prematurely because we're almost talking in real time some of the time. So I understood that. I was like, you know what? You're right. Maybe we have to let things unfold. But Friday was a day of there is nothing else to say about it. There's nothing else to debate about it. There's nothing else to question about it. Because while we saw that video, the one thing I found myself thinking about was what didn't we see?
If you're comfortable doing this in a public hotel lobby next to the elevator, what are you comfortable doing behind closed doors?
Right. So that was one of the first things I thought about. And I have sisters, I have nieces, I have a lot of female friends. And in that moment, I just thought about a lot of them. Like how many relatives and close women friends do I have that dealt with some shit like this and never told anybody? You start thinking about a lot. Like it's crazy what one video will do to your psyche and just your energy. And I started thinking about that. And like you said, Rory, if you can do that in front of cameras in a hallway and elevator, that's a certain ego that comes with that. That's a certain level of untouchable of regularity. That's regular. You do that like it was a lot of things that felt like a regular thing in that video. It almost felt like we were watching a movie, because you see shit like that in movies, like a movie scene where domestic violence happens and you're like, damn, like that was crazy. But to watch that and know that was real and that wasn't a movie, and the things that we didn't see, and just watching Cassie's, body language of not even trying to fight, kind of just laying there, like letting it happen, not wanting to fight back because, in fear of it escalating, going further, and you being hurt more severely than you already are. It fucked with me. And I'll be honest, like it really fucked with me and it bothered me because, again, here's somebody that, again, speaking for myself, that I held to such a high regard. And this was somebody that, I thought represented Black men in a very positive, very strong, very confident way. But to see that, all of that gets negated. All of that is, you hit the delete button on all of that shit. Anything I ever supported, I don't support it no more. Anything I ever spoke about, any great things that I ever had to say about the music and the fashion and, all of that is negated. It's over for that. That type of energy, that type of violence towards women is disturbing because, again, what didn't we see?
And that's kind of to what Demaris was saying before. You didn't know, but still feel somewhat complicit in it just because of support. And
absolutely.
Which we talked about when the Cassie case was filed. I think we were in London, whatever Patreon that was. And we were discussing, like, just being in the entertainment business alone makes you somewhat complicit.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know shit.
Yeah.
You're in a very sick world that is specific to harming a lot of women. Like, it's, even if we don't know or not there, we know that this entertainment business is full of it, and we still work with people without vetting the way maybe we should. But when you see something like that, I feel like all of us, whether it be in media, and we're not attached to Diddy, but if we're just in the entertainment space in some degree away from that, I think the general public can look at us and say, how the fuck did y'all not know? He did that publicly in a hotel hallway.
Yeah.
This wasn't footage. This wasn't footage from his master bedroom where just him and they don't know what he doing with his wife upstairs. If he felt so comfortable doing that there, you can't tell me there's a world where he didn't feel comfortable doing that type of behavior around his employees, around his friends, around his family, around anyone for the most part.
Yeah.
That was a fucking hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Anyone could have came up those elevators.
It's just...
So he's fine with doing that shit in front of people. So holding all of our feet to the fire about it, I think, is a correct question.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? He did this in public. Don't tell me y'all didn't see anything.
Yeah, but because I've been around people that have had domestic violence accusations on them. Now I've never seen it firsthand with my own eyes. I've never seen video of it. So, you always leave that space because that's such a thing where it's like, you always want to believe the woman, but unfortunately, we've seen instances where women have lied about things like that. So it's a very thin line of support and a very thin line of, is this true or not?
Listen, two things can be true, because we were maybe the only media outlet I felt like that was speaking up fully against Diddy when that shit was filed in November. But then the next episode, we also said when he got a million other cases, some of these could be probably fake. We're saying this Cassie one is not. But of course, there is the world where some women are just going to say anything for a money grab.
Yeah.
But to discredit somebody that we know is forward-facing, like this isn't Jane Doe or anything. This is straight up somebody we've known he's been with for God knows how long. That needs to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not saying throw him under the jail without a conversation, but once that's filed, I was very much confident that Cassie was telling the truth in that.
Well, it was and I spoke to some lawyer friends, and when there was a settlement, and I said, isn't a settlement an admission of guilt to some degree? Because, and I said it, if, a woman puts any of that on my jacket, I'm not settling shit. If I know I didn't do nothing, I'll spend every dime I got fighting that case, because once that's on your jacket, it's on your jacket. It's like, yo, what was up with that case that you settled out of court? Like, where Shorty said you was, nah. So if you never did nothing of that nature, settling isn't an option. So when he settled, it was only fair to assume that he settled because some things in that lawsuit were true.
Yeah. And the more investigation that they did, the more evidence would come. If that has to go to a civil trial, yeah, it's gonna get
nasty.
Yeah, you're gonna look even crazier.
And I had some people say, well, don't you think Puff may have settled because, he got daughters, he got kids, and he don't want them to, hear what's in that case and what's in that lawsuit. It's kind of like just to make it go away. I said, maybe. But if he didn't do it, and he's not guilty of any of that, it's important to fight that so your kids know that ain't the type of father that ain't the type of man your father is.
Yeah.
So again, now that we have video footage and we having a, quote unquote apology, I'm sorry video from
sorry to who? When I was watching that.
And
that
sorry for
video,
what?
Sorry to who and sorry for what?
And sorry for
who
what?
are you apologizing to in this video?
Who are you apologizing to? What are you apologizing for? Your actions. Who are you sorry to? None of that was mentioned. But I think it's, we have our platform. I think we can assume a little bit. Sorry that the video got out.
Yeah.
Sorry
that's
that
what
we actually saw it. Sorry that, because there was a lot of...
And what are you apologizing to us for?
Right. And there was some posts on his page after, enough is enough. Time will tell the truth and all of these things.
This is lies. None of this shit.
Yeah. So now that we have this video, it's I'm truly sorry. And my actions
I'm
are
in therapy and went to rehab. All right, what happened with that shit?
And that's another thing. And no
that you
disrespect
said.
to you, Rory, but that's another thing I'm tired of. I'm tired of the I go to therapy shit.
Oh,
I'm tired of that.
You don't need to apologize to me. The first thing I said when I watched that video to myself was, "Can you please leave God and therapy out of this shit?"
Yeah, I'm kind of off that. And I know therapy is important, and I know God obviously is the most important. But I'm also cool with being a man about the situation. And if you're going to turn on your camera and you're going to say anything after we see a video like that, I'm a piece of shit.
Another thing,
I ain't shit.
People aren't.
I fucked up. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. Like, I hate that shit got out. I was a piece of shit for you. Like, I want to hear words like that. Don't tell me therapy and all. I don't want to hear therapy.
But Ma, when all of this originally happened, when the lawsuit originally came out, and you kept saying, we need to hear from Diddy, we need to hear from Diddy, we need to hear from Diddy. And I kept telling you, Ma, you don't want to hear from Diddy. You like, I do want to hear. And I'm like, no, you don't. Because what he's going to say is just going to piss you off.
No, but I do want to hear from him. I didn't want to hear that. That's what I'm saying. I want to hear from him. But I want to, be a man. Be a man.
But even
stand up the same way these guys get up there, because it's not, and let's be very clear, he's not the only one in our culture. He's not.
We know that.
He's the latest. He's not the only. So it's time for us to see, taking accountability in a way we've never seen it before. If you so sorry, then Show us. Don't tell us. Show us that you sorry.
But Ma, if he turned, let's say he did. Let's say he turned on his camera. He went up there and he said, "Yo, I fucked up. I'm a piece of shit. I'm an abuser. This, and that." What does that do?
Nothing. I still want to hear him say it though. It does nothing for me. There's nothing he can say or do that's gonna. I can never unsee that video. I can never unsee it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you try to sell me. I don't care what music you put. That shit gets no play in the ride.
I wasn't
all of that shit is over with.
Of needing to hear from him now, quite honestly. When Maul was saying that, I was in agreement because Puff had put out an obvious PR statement on IG. Now I gotta hear from, if you are innocent, I gotta hear from you. Like, I don't care. All right, there's no lawsuit. It's not like you can't talk about it. I don't even give a fuck about an NDA thing that you have because you set all that up. In that settlement, there's no way you gave her that bread without doing an NDA. So you're putting an NDA on it and then giving me a blanket statement that all this shit is lies, even though I settled. Now I gotta hear from you, Puff. For real. If we gotta keep supporting you, I need to know like this is a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That's when I need to hear from. Now, I don't need to hear shit from Sean fucking Combs.
Yeah.
Not a word. Like, what is he gonna say?
And
then after that, you're saying you were therapy and you were healed and you're working in rehab. You sent your son on a dummy mission last week to try to prove you're innocent. Pick a side. You're on the intro talking greasy like everyone's trying to attack you and you're this innocent victim. Talking greasy and you sent your son on a dummy mission. Your son looks insane now.
Yeah.
Pick a side. Yo, everyone's trying to come out to, yo, it's the Combs. You sent your son on a dummy fucking mission. You're not healed. You're not in therapy. Therapy, if I knew I did that to a woman, I'm sending my son out there to go look like an idiot, to try to defend our honor, and I'm on the intro talking greasy about how innocent we are?
Yeah.
No.
And
I don't know. I don't want to hear about therapy, God.
Yeah, no, that therapy
TD
shit.
Jakes. I don't give a fuck who you're next to.
And to be honest, I already believed he did all the shit mentioned in the lawsuit anyway, but if this is true, I don't want to hear nobody else doubting nothing else that she said in that lawsuit.
Word.
For example, him keeping her drugged up and making her fuck sex workers, him taking her to dinner when she tried to break up with him and bursting into her house and raping her. All of that shit valid. All of that shit valid because what she said in the lawsuit is exactly what happened in this video down to the T. She illustrated it.
And also the things in the lawsuit, it's almost hard to believe that somebody could lie and make that. That's not shit you can make up.
No.
Like a lot of that shit was so detailed and so like such a unique way that it happened. It's kind of like you can't be freestyling that. Either you went through that or somebody very close to you went through that and you just telling their story. But there's no way that this did not happen. This happened. Whatever she said, that shit happened because that shit was so, it's like who would even think to say that if that's not true? How does your brain even make that up? So again, here's somebody that we placed as one of the kings of our culture. Undeniably, he was one of the kings of our culture.
And can we stop doing that too?
What's that?
I feel like we've learned our lesson with that. Like enough has happened with these people that we place as the kings of our culture. We continually find out that Santa Claus is false over and over and over again. We can place their work on a pedestal. We need to stop placing people on a pedestal. We need to stop saying so-and-so would never because motherfuckers is never in like they've never before. Like we have to stop deifying these fucking human beings who are talented because you can be a talented piece of shit.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of them are.
Yeah.
And you're right. It just sucks that I also don't want to have the mind state of people that I looked up to. Like, they're probably an abuser.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up too.
Yeah.
But if we go by the percentages, they probably are.
Probably likely.
But it's sucks to even try to put that in your mind and put it on someone's jacket if there is no real evidence. But to your point, we've done it a million times.
Yeah.
Let's hear out R. Kelly. Let's hear out Puff. Let's hear out Dr. Dre. Let's hear out these people. And then we ignore a lot of the shit that they do in the beginning. It takes years and years and years of more and more evidence and more chatter, more and more gossip to finally be like, yeah, man, what were we thinking?
Yeah.
We were all clear-headed thinking this entire time. It's just now undeniable. So now we all are even being selfish and trying to give ourselves the grace. Like, well, now there's video proof. So here we go.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. But there's been plenty of other proof as well.
And it's
just
also
not as sick as this visual is.
And the unfortunate part is sometimes we don't get video proof.
No,
that doesn't mean it didn't happen because we don't have video proof of it happening. This was just a moment in a case where we have it.
Where do you think it came from?
If I'm guessing, the raids on his home, I'm guessing a lot of videos and files and emails and things like that were taken. I'm almost positive that he did step on that video and pay for it to be either deleted or paid for the video himself.
I mean, Perez Hilton, I'm not going to say is always the most reliable source, but I do believe him that Puff paid $50K to that hotel.
Oh no, that's
to get rid of that. And I think all of them need to be brought up on some type of charge for being complicit to that entire thing.
Absolutely.
That is a crime.
Absolutely.
To know that existed in your hotel and then go on the side, do a side deal with someone to get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's
But I'm guessing it came from the raids.
What you think, Puff, like, because I was thinking that too. All the shit must have came from the raids.
Mm-hmm.
But how sick are you? Well, I don't know. What's sicker? You paying someone $50K to get that video and keeping it or deleting it? Like, what's sicker?
Keeping it is sicker. Keeping it sicker.
He was kicking his girlfriend of 11 years on the floor like a dog.
Why
He's
is that
capable of anything.
Why do you still have that on a hard drive or email or
to watch
anything?
back?
And it's fucked up for me saying this because I'm trying to say, why didn't Puff get rid of evidence? But
yeah,
I'm so glad. But why is that still there?
It comes down to a lot of things: ego and narcissism and things like that. You start feeling like you're untouchable. I have money.
Clearly,
there's nothing I can't pay for. There's nothing I can't get rid of. It's just a lot. That video is very telling. Aside from the obvious abuse and just the disgusting display of violence that we saw, it's just a lot more that we haven't seen. That we can probably make a fair assumption on what happened. Why is your girl sneaking out of a hotel room? Like, what happened for her to feel like she has to sneak out?
He punched her in her eye and blacked her eye.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't see that, but we can just imagine.
But she said it. But that's what was in the lawsuit. He punched her in her eye, and she tried to sneak out either when he was in the shower or asleep, and he woke up and hurt her.
Yeah, and then you drag her back to the room.
Yeah,
and we don't see what happens from there. But it's pretty safe to assume what happened after that.
Yeah,
and that's everything about her body language. Nothing about that. Anyone that says Cassie was trying to do a money grab or attention type of thing, that woman put a hoodie on as tight as it could fucking go.
So nobody could see her.
So nobody could see her black eye, her face, so she could sneak out of that hotel for her own fucking safety. Mm-hmm. Not to say, hey, look at me. Mm-hmm. That's someone that's petrified.
Yeah.
And is just trying to get away from almost getting killed.
Yeah.
And
that's where people are like, money grab. She ain't walk out in that hotel with face out, like, someone help me. Nah, she tied it. She was petrified.
She just wanted to get away. And you can everything about her body language just showed that it wasn't the first time.
No.
Oh, no. All. And that was another thing with the I'm sorry video. That wasn't the first or last time you abused her. That's not how abuse works. That's not what abuse is. Abuse is not, a one-time thing. Abuse is a continuous occurrence of events. When you're abusing something, it's over time. So it's not just one time. So that video we saw, that wasn't the first or the last time that happened. So that's why that apology video for me, it said a lot about the type of person that Diddy is. Like I said, you get older, you start to pick up on certain things and certain mannerisms and certain actions of people, and you know what that is. You know where that comes from. You know what that means. So again, somebody that I definitely looked up to, somebody that I supported, somebody that I held as, an example of what black men are capable of and the heights that black men can reach. Not just Friday, before Friday, for me, all of that changed. But Friday, when that video came out, for me, all of that shit gets deleted. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit growing up. All of that shit, it's no music. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want none of that alcohol. I don't want that water. It's all of that shit. Enjoy your life, enjoy your money. But one day you got to answer to the Almighty for the things that you do. We all do. Mm-hmm. But one day he got to sit in front of the Almighty and answer for the things that he did. And I don't know if he's strong enough to do that. I don't know.
To everybody, to all the women, that's who I felt for the most on Friday. Because Friday, when I seen that video, that shit made me cry immediately. And I've never been domestically abused, so I can only imagine the people who have and having to watch that. That's one of the things where it's like, I don't want certain shit to just be able to be posted all over the internet. There should be somewhere on the internet I can go where I can avoid shit like that. I came across a video on Twitter. I clicked on it. I didn't even know what it was. It was a girl getting shot dead in her apartment. In the parking lot to her apartment by her boyfriend. Why can't I just see shit like this on the internet? It just like the killings with the Black people getting killed by police, it's starting to numb and take away the severity of these situations. You shouldn't be able to just see this. This shouldn't be normalized. Little boys shouldn't be able to see, like, what is this doing to our children's minds, to our fully grown adult minds? Like,
listen, that landlord video in Brooklyn, didn't mean to watch that whole fucking thing. Shit makes me sick to my stomach. So I could only imagine me watching that Puff video making me sick to my stomach. What a woman that has been through that, just on her timeline, clicking that.
Yeah.
And then watching everyone on the internet make it about them and not even about Cassie.
Yeah.
Like, even, of course, no matter what, we do need to speak about this type of stuff. And it is a responsibility as a media platform to discuss it. But I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to discuss it, but
I don't want to do this at all. I think this should all be about Cassie and her piece, not media or people feeling like, oh, look at me while I talk about it.
But you know what? In a very I guess fucked up way, this is part of Cassie's healing. Like, the truth needs to come out.
Yeah.
The truth needs to be revealed.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So everybody could see that what she said and what she put in the lawsuit is factual.
Because I can only imagine being abused by somebody that people are deifying like he's
God.
holier than fucking thou.
Yeah.
And you don't even know that he's a monster. So it's kind of just like, yes, y'all see, y'all look, like, I know that that's tough, but it's probably like, yo, nah, no, this nigga's a monster. Welcome to the hell that I've gone through.
Like,
and the one thing that I did think about, you know, and again, because I have nieces and sisters and things, the one thing I thought about when that video came out is, what does Puff's daughters feel?
I feel so much for them. I'm so heartbroken for them.
Like, because his daughters are young ladies now.
Yeah,
you know, they're of age.
This is their senior year.
Yeah, so it's like, we can only guess what would happen if one of his daughters was being abused like that. We can only guess what would happen to a guy that would abuse or put their hands on one of Puff's daughters like that. So for them to now see their dad, and you know how it is, like, girls always love their fathers. Yeah. So for his daughters to see that, you know, it's a very interesting thing to think about, because I can only guess, if you love your father as a daughter, you love your father as much as I'm sure they do, what does that then do to your relationship with your father? I can only assume that it changes a lot. I can only assume that your feelings for your dad change. It has to. It's a human thing. If I saw my dad doing that to a woman, my feelings would change. Me and my dad would have to square up and fight behind that type of shit. So as a daughter, I can only imagine the conversations, the feelings, the emotions. You know, it's a lot to think about. But
the ridicule that they have to go through at school.
Yeah.
And all of these things.
Like how comfortable he was in that video. What did you do to my mom? I mean, I know Cassie and Puff never had kids, but Puff has a lot of kids.
And I think Cassie has some things in the lawsuit that she said about that as well too. Because there were some things online that I was reading once the video came out of things that they were saying about his relationship with Kim Porter and things like that. That I think Cassie had said, like the way he used to treat her. It was just a lot of shit that I'm just reading, and I'm just like, it almost feels like this shit is a movie script. Like, it's like, is this really happening? Is this really going on? Is this a real thing? Because it's like, again, when you're somebody of that magnitude, there's so many people around. Mm-hmm. You can't get to the heights that he reached by yourself. There are people around. There are people that helped you along the way. There are people that, you know, had a hand in helping to create and build that empire. Where were they at? Like, where were, you know, it's like people just sat back and watched this happen, or just like act like it wasn't going on? Like, how do you? I just can't imagine being that close to somebody that's doing that type of shit and it not affecting me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in my homeboy's crib and I hear him in the room beating his girl's ass, bro, I'm going in the room and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna just sit down in the living room, hear that shit going on, and then you come down and say like, yo, you ready? We out. Nigga, no, we not.
It's money and dick sucking, bro. Money and niggas deifying niggas because they got money. They don't care about their character. They got money. I'm in a different position. I'm at a Puff party. I'm this, I'm that, or I work for Puff. I'm being paid for this.
Yeah, but that
I don't even know if it's because I don't think Puff was even paying out the way we think he was. Because even in some of those contracts with the production shit as of recent, that wasn't a lot of money. Y'all are just scared and you idolize him.
Yep.
I don't even think it's money like that.
Mm.
And so much of those court papers for civil suits between, I forgot the producer's name from the Love album, and with Cassie, all those numbers weren't crazy that he was paying out to people.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't making life-changing money to be complicit in shit.
Right.
You were fucking petrified and you idolized them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just call a spade a spade. It's not money.
Right.
Maybe the president of Bad Boy, you could say that, but nah, the rest of them was either getting jerked, not getting paid at all, or getting paid $5K a month. And I'm not trying to shit on $5K a month, but no, that's not, I'm on the take, so you can do whatever the fuck you want around me.
Right.
So I think it's just fear. I think it's, yo, that's not my business. Or I'm a similar human being.
Yeah.
That's the one that people are leaving out.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were okay with that, not because of money, but because they'd be a hypocrite if they said something about Puff.
Yeah.
Or stop something, or they're fine with that behavior. They treat their women the same way.
It's regular niggas sitting around watching they homeboy. They homeboy work for fucking FedEx and they watching they homeboy beat they women. The money, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit, this just a plus, honestly.
And I hate the word clout or whatever. We see now people don't care too much about money. It's just cool to say you next to Puff. Yep. I mean, not now, but that was more of a payment to them. I could IG on a boat with Puff.
Yeah.
Puff's paying you $2,500 a month. What? Did you pay your rent? No, but you like being next to Puff and you like the attention it brings.
Well, as the kid who stood online, in high school to purchase No Way Out, I'm disappointed. I'm hurt.
Yeah,
I'm
Puff.
Embarrassed.
Fuck No Way Out. Fuck all that.
It's just, it's a fucked up time, man, because again, this is somebody that, you used as, the bar to chase and to be like and to reach those heights.
So where do you go now with, obviously everything that's on Diddy's catalog is out, but I know previously we had touched on the conversation of all of the people whose publishing he owns of stuff that he worked on. Like, it's going to be very hard not to put money in Puff's pocket.
Oh, but this is not about money though. I think this is more so about character. This is more about truth. It's not money and what's in somebody's pockets, and that's something that that has nothing to do with this. This is strictly about truth being revealed about the character of a person whom we thought was somebody else, who we thought was of a different breed, of a different cloth.
Did you really think that though?
Growing up, absolutely.
I'm not talking about growing up. I'm talking about within the past 20 years. Well, all of the things, even before this lawsuit, but within the past 20 years, there have been constant rumors of Puffy being a murderer.
Because that right there, rumors. Like, I can't really give credence to rumors and give, any energy into rumors, because we've seen it where, especially in our culture, black men reach certain heights, certain level, and certain status, things start coming their way. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. So to me, that was just another case. Like, oh, here they go. Every time we reach them heights and get in those rooms and create these opportunities and start doing this type of business on this level, here come these things to try to tear down and to bring down. So for me, personally, a lot of that was, I talked to that like, man, cut it out, man. Y'all, it's always something once we reach them heights, like, cut it out. unfortunately, like I said, Friday, it became a fact. It became a fact that the things that we heard and the things that were alleged in lawsuits and things like that, Friday, it became, there's no more questioning about it. There's no more rumors. There's no more, that's done. Like, it's over. It's a fact that you abused this woman. That's a fact. There's no more, again, I don't want to hear from lawyers and I don't want to hear from publicists and I don't want to hear from none of that shit. It's a fact. It happened. It's not lies. And it's our responsibility now to, one, pray for Cassie and any victims of domestic violence, domestic abuse. Pray for them, support them, listen when women say things like they've been abused, listen when women say things like, you know, they don't feel safe and things like that. We have to start doing a better job at listening, you know, and protecting women, protecting each other, because unfortunately things like this is not just the only one, this is the latest one, but this is a reality for a lot of women.
But that's what's weird about the rumor thing. Like, if there's a lot of credence to a rumor, I do think it needs to be investigated, because if they clipped this in 2010, probably a lot of women that weren't abused because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, when you let these things stretch out for so long, it just creates more and more victims. Like, our one shit that went viral when I was talking about somebody else in abuse, the woman that was fine with me talking about that, her only thing was, I don't want to take him to court. I don't want to do anything. I don't need money. I just want people to know so they're not the same girl that goes to the club tonight and leaves with him.
Right.
She said, I didn't know. I went to the club, left with him. Now I'm a victim. I just want people to stop it. Like, because tonight there will be a girl that will see him and go leave with him and has a high possibility of being abused. That's where it's like sucks with that whole rumor thing. Like, now there's not proof, but if there's so many people that aren't even really trying to get anything out of it, they're just like, yo, this guy's great. Like, he's gross. That word needs to spread. We need to take this more seriously so we can stop more victims.
Right.
What's done is done, and he should see his day in court, but I'm trying to stop the girl at the club tonight from getting abused.
Right. Well, again, prayers, love, support to Cassie and any woman that has to deal with domestic violence, domestic abuse on any level to anybody is not right. There's no room for that in our culture. That needs to be eradicated. We need to be more responsible about checking our friends and our loved ones if they are abusers. We just got to do a better job at that. We got to do a better job at protecting women and supporting women, and holding and men holding other men accountable for their actions, their lack of just holding them accountable for their actions. And we need to do a better job of that.
There's a thing that I want y'all to stop. It's so annoying when all men say it, and it's so fucking annoying. It's like, but what if that was your daughter? You shouldn't have to have a daughter or have a mother excuse me, or have a cousin, or you shouldn't have to think about your loved one in that scenario to be able to sympathize with women. You shouldn't have to wait until you have a kid to recognize women as humans, as fragile humans. As strong as we are still physically very fragile. It shouldn't take for you to have to think of a woman you love to be able to just support, believe, and like love on women and recognize how fragile and gentle they are. I'm tired of that shit. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, once I had a daughter, I realized how important women are. You've been treating like women like shit for fucking 40 years, but now you have a daughter and, oh my God, I would never want anybody to treat my daughter like this, so now I'm gonna appreciate women? No. Teach these little niggas from the very beginning. Yeah. Respect and love on women, period.
No worry and mouth.
All right, Rory, the weather's warming up.
It is.
Springtime is here, and nobody wants to spend a bunch of time in the kitchen cooking.
Too hot. Staying out of the kitchen.
Exactly. But with Factor, you have your Factor Fresh, never frozen meals, and dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are,
facts, you
can always have your food on time, enjoy nutritious meals, great tasting meals at an affordable price.
And it's tough. We record so much that when I get home, I can't sit there and try to put together a whole meal.
Nobody wants to do that.
Factor like that with food that I actually like is the best option for me.
They got some really good they got some really good vegan options too.
Yeah, tell me more.
I had the peanut Buddha bowl before.
Okay.
Pretty good. The chickpea curry.
All right.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good options for a vegan like myself.
You can choose from 6 different menus, preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake. You can avoid meat if you're mole, but you can also have a well-balanced menu for someone like me that has a lot of people in the house that eat different things.
Head to factormeals.com/RoryMall50 and use code RoryMall50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code RoryMall50 at factormeals.com/RoryMall50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
All right, we took a very quick break to have Julian come back in from his modeling gig, which we'll get to in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But do want to close this entire topic and say that our mayor is back at it again and being sick and nasty. This is on par for him.
How many more years do we have of
one, I think.
Yeah.
We have him for a full 12 more months? Or is like
so.
this the last, is 24 the last year?
No, I think 25 is.
25 is the last year, yeah.
Gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's suggesting that he's going to take the key of the city away from Diddy. Like, that's a big
Can we
fucking
take the
concern
key to
right
the
now.
city away from him?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure
Give me all the keys.
he's the fucking locksmith. He's got the fucking machine in his crib making the fucking keys. We needed to get the machine away from him is what we need to do.
He always is out to just talk about the things that I don't think New Yorkers particularly care about.
We don't.
We care about the Diddy situation, not that he has a key to the fucking city.
Yeah.
That you're going to take away. You're going to sit with your staff and analyze under a microscope if this is worth it.
It's just another way for people to kind of get in the headlines and seem like they're doing the right thing. But Mayor Adams, we don't care about the key to the city.
Someone asked him, and they were like, "Are you going to take it away from Diddy?" And he was like, "Our team is doing analysis.
We're looking into it.
Yeah.
And we're investigating. What fucking investigation do you
They
need?
said they've never taken a key from anyone before.
Yeah, well, take this fucking
You know how many
key.
nasty keys are probably out there, though?
Yeah, well, take this one and then take the key from Mayor Adams and then take him out of office is what we need to do in that order.
He was at an after party for the Met Gala. That,
Of course he was.
Of course he was.
A girl that I was with
After
over the
party,
weekends
he's a fucking
said-
promoter.
Yeah.
He definitely is a promoter.
Mayor Adams is a fucking party promoter.
List of people.
He has an after spot uptown somewhere. I know them type of niggas. He closed the gate so the cops don't know we in here. I know.
He is the cop.
I know his
that
clothes.
knows.
Yeah, but he know where they at. He still got the walkie-talkie. You know, they give their badge and they gun in. They never say them niggas get a walkie-talkies back.
I had an aunt, God rest her soul, one of my favorite aunts. She had a police scanner, and she was she was my nosiest aunt. She knew all the gossip. She would sit and listen to the police scanner like it was the news. All the drama.
It's gotta be fun in New York.
No, it's not. I had Citizen app. That shit was the worst shit in the world.
That's true. I deleted that after 10 minutes.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, I had this shit 3 days. 4 niggas got stabbed on my block. And I don't have a block. Like, I live in the area where it's like, yo, where is these niggas walking at? Because there's nothing over here.
I had, at my old apartment, I had a Ring camera set up for bays, like when I would leave. And the Ring camera app, like, also just has a timeline full of videos and shit that's happening.
Yeah, like if it's happening where somebody is that has the app, they can go live.
I could, with the whole radius of Jersey City, I could see everyone that had Ring cameras if they wanted to post crimes.
Yeah.
That whole shit was just, it was worse than that app.
That was one of the worst.
It was either packages being stolen, somebody being stabbed or shot, somebody breaking into a house. It's like, why
a dog
are you
going missing. Oh, God, if an animal's missing on the Ring app.
That shit was depressing.
That shit, and that was during the pandemic I downloaded that app. And so this was a time where nobody was supposed to even be outside. I'm like, how is niggas getting stabbed and shot and we supposed to be in the house? Like, I just didn't understand it. I deleted that shit in 3 days. My anxiety level was through the roof fucking reading that shit and getting those alerts. So I couldn't deal with it. But yes, key to the city, Mayor Adams, whatever. That
they
key
give
doesn't
these out a
open
lot.
shit.
Like multiple a year.
Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing. That's just another ego stroke.
Yeah, I think y'all could get one.
Key to this city? I don't want to.
Would you share one? You get one key.
Fuck that key, man.
Leave it under the mat.
That
Rory
key
gotta
is
leave
like
it under the
that
mat.
key is like.
Can I have it on weekends at least?
You could keep that shit. That key to the city shit is like what Melo did to that bronze medal. He said he threw that shit in the lake over there. He said I didn't.
Fuck am I doing this?
I didn't bring that shit back to me. Fuck that bronze medal. Fuck that key to the city. Stink ass, dirty ass city. Shit don't unlock a motherfucking thing. Get that shit out of here. Fuck that key, man.
Well, Julian, your shoe.
Oh yeah.
Julian, how you feeling, man? Didn't see you. I know you was we were crying last night. I didn't speak to you, but I'm sure you.
It was
crying.
really. I was gonna go to Everyday People. I didn't go. I just went home
because you didn't feel like an everyday person. After
I
that
watched
loss.
Shrek.
Yeah,
I watched
that's a
Shrek
perfect movie to
recently,
watch after the
too.
niggas lose Game
Great.
7. You got to watch Shrek.
Great.
But how was your shoe? You were late today. Well, not late. You weren't supposed to be here because you had a gig. You had a modeling gig.
Yeah, I got a text on Saturday from my agent, and very last minute, didn't do any submit photos or any casting. She goes, "Hey, Monday noon to 5," and I was like, "Sick! Like I'll just quick, easy work. It was for e-commerce, so like 17 looks. I would go on like whatever the brand's website. I get there, we do test photos. She sends them to the agency, like the client, and they were like, "Can he shave?" And I was like, well, "I'm done. I'm not doing that." I was like, "Do you want me to go now, or like, are we gonna discuss?"
Oh, when you
this?
got there, actually, could you shave?
I did like test. She did hair, makeup, did everything. I was there for like an hour and a half, and then as soon as I get on, we do one quick test shoot, and they're like, because my digitals are older, so my beard's significantly shorter, which my agent knows, and I've told them. I was like, just give them my Instagram, like they'll see what I look like now, and they wanted me to take it like damn near down to like my face, and I was like, that's not happening. And then the hair and makeup woman didn't have the right clippers anyway, so I was like, all right, I'm done here.
Okay.
Get paid my full rate, walked out, came here.
Oh,
right.
Lit.
Look at that.
So they wanted you to shave it all off.
They wanted me to go like close, like probably Rory's length. I was like, that's not happening.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the only reason he can't play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's because they have a no facial hair thing, and that's the only reason.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, when you could hit that many home runs.
Yeah. He looks like a shortstop.
Golden glove.
You need to take new digitals.
Yeah, this is my PSA. If there's any professional photographers in the city that just want to build a portfolio, I desperately need new digitals. I have spaces that we can use. They have a studio at my agency. I need it. So,
well, Yomi's not here today, but maybe Yomi can help.
Yomi's too busy. I tried asking her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yomi be booked and busy, bro.
I asked her once. She's like, ugh. I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna ask you again.
oh, fuck. I guess I'll shoot somebody.
The only time I get Yomi to do something outside of this was Amara's first Halloween, and then she was like, fine, it's her first Halloween.
Only because it's the first one. If it was the second one, no. First one, all right, cool, I got you.
But yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I hate missing episodes, so I'm kind of glad that worked out.
Well, good to have you. Good to see you.
I don't answer no calls. When I'm off, I'm off.
Yeah.
We turned down a gig over the weekend. Well, on Friday.
Yeah, somebody. No, I don't want to say who, but somebody had reached out. They wanted to interview us about the whole Puff Cassie thing, and I was just like, nah, I'm cool. I did do an interview with a Double XL though.
Oh, nice.
I did a phone interview with Double XL.
You one of the freshmen?
Cover?
No, I'm not.
Freshman 24?
I'm definitely not a freshman.
Little Mall?
But I did a phone interview. I forgot the guy's name, but he was dope. Had a good conversation about the whole podcast of streamers, and then where do we fit in with all the things in the culture now, especially with the whole rap battle that we just had and things like that. Cool conversation. Not sure when it comes out, but I'll let y'all know when it comes out.
Was that going to be a television look? I know
it was live. Yeah,
it was live. That would have been on TV. I'm glad you guys.
At one of the probably the biggest slot at that time on a weekday.
Very happy you guys said no.
I didn't want to. I just, you know what it is, because my thing is, call us when it's not shit like that.
Yep. But you know what they want.
Yeah, but I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not one of those. Like, I'm not one of those guys. And I didn't even want to say that because to me, it's dope when you don't say the shit you turn down. So it's kind of like, whatever. I'm not saying who, but I just didn't.
The network. But I did think about maybe taking that and not answering one question about Diddy and just asking him a bunch of questions of the bullshit he said.
Oh, that
on his network over the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, that would have.
Like, I was thinking about coming in there like, thank you, fill in blank, for having us. We love the show. Then he would get into the conversation and I would just derail everything and ask him about every last.
That's why I'm glad we did
every content.
But,
like,
because then I would have just got up and walked off. Like, I was like, all right, I'm cool. Like,
walked out the Zoom.
No, Rory and Maul would have been arguing.
They would have cut us out and been technical difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I was cool.
Well, Maul, apparently you need new digitals too. You got a new look.
Do I?
You got the hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get it braided. I had to get it braided up, man. I can't fit my fucking hair under my hat no more.
Let us see. Why you keep hiding? Hey.
You know?
What is it? The braids?
Would you do the Drake thing?
What is the Drake thing?
Like all the clips that he put in his hair?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. I just need to fit my hats and my buckets hats on this spring, summer. So my hair got too long, too thick, and I couldn't fit my hat the other day. And I was like, no, this is over.
How long does it take to do?
This took her maybe close to maybe an hour, if that.
That's it. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
she's nice.
Yeah, close to what, 3 braids?
We also bought
4, yeah.
Yeah, 4 braids. But she had to blow it all out first. You know, I washed and did that whole wash and condition thing and blew it out, and then she braided it. So
are you just gonna keep growing it? Just let it keep getting
I don't
longer?
know. I go through shit. I'm just grateful to be this age and have a full head of hair, healthy hairline. So I don't know. This is the perks of having hair. You can decide one day to have it, decide the next day to cut it all off. So
you don't think you're in your dread phase yet?
No.
I'm not trying to find more about yourself.
I have commitment issues. I can't commit to dreads.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a commitment. That's like
a lot.
You got to go all the way in. And I don't want to do that.
I get it.
That was a play on my whole. You think I have commitment issues thing? So
but I think I know.
I know. I followed the breadcrumbs. I knew you were trying to take us, but I wanted you to land it. That's all.
When women are looking at you as a woman who, is like scouting men and like, at this age when we're trying to have children and get married, we got to like look at like genetics and look at everything. Like you still having a hairline is like a huge plus. Like you don't know. That's like a real huge plus
I know.
for women.
You cover that shit all the time.
It's crazy.
The girl that braids my hair, shout out to Camilla, the girl that braids my hair, she said that. She was like, yo, you just don't know what you want to do with your hair, but you got hair, so it don't even matter. Like,
you sat between her legs?
No, she has a salon.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
No, I'm not sitting between anybody's legs, Demaris. I'm a grown fucking man.
She's stereotypical. She thought you were on the stoop.
No, I was on.
You were on the second step. She was on the third.
The best braids.
I was in her salon chair, and she braided my hair. So shout out to Camilla. Thank you.
Any young women in the salon at the same time?
Oh yeah, it was like a whole different. It's one of those salons. Demaris probably knows about it, where it's like a whole bunch of different suites.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So she has her own suite and like this big in this big salon.
They was in there
in her suite. It was just me, her, and we was watching New Jack City.
To what Rory's alluding to, what's like the least conventional place you pick someone up at? Because I've said this a bunch. Every time I go in the
least conventional place.
Yeah, like a convenience store, a salon. Like what's a gym? Like what's the place where you're like, I didn't come here to get pussy, but I ended up just getting like this girl's number and like we're gonna go out later.
Instagram?
No, like a physical place. That's a dating app.
Leave the house.
You know what? When you're looking at when you're moving, looking at new condos and homes. Like you cross people that are kind of like looking same too, and y'all kind of just start talking about the area and things like that. Like that's happened before.
Okay,
but it didn't turn into anything like romantic or physical. It was just like you just meet people that are kind of like, oh, like she's cute and she's looking for a place in the same place I'm looking. And you just kind of have a conversation.
That sounds like bad news though. What if you guys both like the place?
Oh,
you can't. Well, you can't date. You can't date if y'all both like the place and y'all both move in. You can't do that. You can't date somebody in the same condo complex, street, city. You can't date nobody.
All right.
I'm sorry,
you
baby. My bad. But the same
precinct.
condo,
same precinct. That should be the rules. If that precinct covers that whole area, y'all can't have the same one.
That's how you know y'all hoes. Why wouldn't you want a girl that live down the street?
It's not fun.
Down the street. I'm not mad at down the street. I'm not mad at down the street.
Rory saying same precinct, like
even outside of when I was a hoe, like not wanting to run into someone. I also am like weird and I'm an only child. I don't want you to have that much convenience to me if I don't feel like being near you.
Yeah.
Like the excuse of just like, yo, I'm down the block. What you doing? No, I'm cool. I want to be alone. That can't happen with someone that's, a couple train stops or a whole borough away.
I hooked up with someone that lived 2 doors down from me.
Ugh.
And it was awful. She had a dog, so she was always outside with her dog. And I was like, fuck, like this sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Actually lived in your building?
No, like I was two numbers down.
Well, that's because you put half a mile on your dating apps.
Well, yeah, because
of course, like that's your fault.
Man. Yeah, I'll go on like a 10-minute walk, but not a 10-foot walk. That was too much.
That's
it's wild.
Yeah.
I saw a cute girl coming out of your building the other day.
Oh.
I didn't ask her name. She was on the first floor. She looked kind of
when
Indian.
You came by to get my key.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like leaving my apartment, like my.
We were leaving at the same time.
There's a couple good-looking girls on my back. I would never like. It's just that's too much.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's insane.
Oh, speaking of this weekend, we didn't get into it. It was gonna be our first topic, but we went on a rant of something else. We didn't really get into the update from our Clay episode and what happened over the weekend.
Clay,
that didn't.
Hey, Clay, listen, man, listen.
That age.
I want an apology.
I feel like AD. I feel manipulated.
I want an apology
because
I told y'all that nigga wasn't shit, and y'all, no, he's cool. He's just a young boy. He don't know any better.
He's still cool.
Celina took advantage
I like him a lot.
of him.
He's still cool, but it's like,
well, he's also a piece of shit.
It's like, damn, bro, you ain't have to do that to me though. I'm the nigga. Yeah, I'm the nigga you could keep it all the way thorough with, but. Clay, man, we got some updates, some information after the episode came out. Shout out to Clay for coming by. Cool dude, we still fuck with Clay.
Oh no, of course. I loved our conversation.
Yeah,
even though I do feel a little manipulated.
No, but he got to come back. Clay may have a reocurring
residency.
100%
more than that.
Because I got to get an update on him at least every 4 months. But we got an update from the episode came out, and then obviously Celina Powell had some things to say. In regards to things that Clay said. She said, he was basically lying about everything. He was capping.
Well, first she commented on your post or some shit.
Your comment. I commented on the post that we posted, and she said something. I'll
find it.
I may tell I may joke or I may something, but I'll never tell a lie.
She said, the cap is crazy and very, very strange, but I did say F his whole family, so. And then
she said self-awareness after that.
A laughing emoji.
I can appreciate
she said something else after that. So she said, I'll tell a joke, but I'll never tell a lie, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, nope, time to get me. I might tell a joke, but I'll never tell a lie. Yep, with the devil laughing emoji.
From there, she went and DM'd you, right?
Well, I DM'd her because I thought that she was on it, like she really wanted to come on and speak her half, which I'm like,
I gotta tell.
Fuck it, let me dive all the way into this content creating thing, right? Shit that y'all want me to do.
Now you want to dive.
I mean, well,
she would be welcome up here. That would be one of the funnier episodes.
I'm trying to find it, but we had an interesting conversation, and
well, you mentioned that while you find it, you mentioned it in our group chat, and we all were super interested in what she had to say. You gave us like a little tidbit, but then a lot of time passed, and I put in our group chat, I think Maul might like this chick.
That was hilarious.
It felt like you were kind of gatekeeping the information and that maybe you and Celina had hit it off.
Mm-hmm. We like sending screenshots. He like, we on IG. But okay, nigga, send the screenshot.
Yeah, you were scrubbing messages.
So what I did was...
You saw how the game worked for Clay, and you went right in there and was like, yo, you want to be my girlfriend?
You said so believes?
Now, this is how you know Celina is just all about business, right? Because
She's an entertainer for sure.
Once I saw her page, I followed her and I DM'd her. Just because it's like, I think it's easier to just DM if you follow and you can find the page.
It's cool if you just wanted to follow her.
Yeah, through your close friends.
No, I unfollowed her, but I followed at the moment. Gangster, she came in hot. Nah, don't follow me and DM me. We not cool, the fuck. Celina, gangster, stand on business. I like that. Stand on business from the gate. I'm fucking with that. I go right into, I say, you said you wanted to come on. My bad. Thought you wanted to speak your piece. She says, you got to pay me double what you paid that lying cap ass bitch. I said, paid?
Question mark?
Yeah, like, whatever. And then she goes into, she said, this is actually so fucking funny to me. Whatever. So she starts sending me voice notes.
Okay, you sent something back?
No, I didn't.
What voice you used?
No, well, I would use my voice. Only have one voice.
What voice you Maul definitely has another voice.
Lower octave.
What other voice?
You got another voice, bro.
I mean, I have octaves, yes. I don't always speak in
Harlem Boys. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a first tenor.
The schedules match up, just come on the show.
Yeah, like I wasn't doing that. All right, so she's sending me a bunch of voice notes. She's sending me screenshots of their. I'm not even gotta go into that, but sending me screenshots of their text conversation.
Oh, she aired him out.
Clay, you my guy. I fuck with you, but a guy reading these text messages, it seems like this was more than just TikTok videos and a promo to a rollout. This seems like relationship shit. It's a lot of explaining on where you are, what you're doing. Once you start explaining where you at and what you're doing.
That nigga said I left my mobile charger at home.
Yeah, like you start doing all of that.
I've never said the word mobile charger in my life.
So then I said, oh, y'all.
She got you nervous. That's your wife when you say mobile charger.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't found an adequate outlet yet.
Exactly. So I said,
jet ski back home.
I said, oh, so y'all really fuck with each other. So she said, we used to be on the phone for 6 to 8 hours a day. Yeah. I said, oh, wow. I said, Clay is a funny guy. I'm just laughing. I said, but damn, he ain't had to lie to me. I said, that's funny though. She said, I got so much more where that came from, but I'm over it. Now, I don't really care and all that. But then she starts sending me
nudes?
Pictures of them. No, but pictures of them, like, cute couple relationship pictures where you're hugging and you're holding each other and things like that. So I'm just laughing at it, whatever. But yeah, she was upset. She was mad.
She coming on or what?
Well, I don't blame her for being upset and mad because Celina does what Celina does. I get that. Like, maybe she shouldn't have hopped out there and posted stuff without him, approving it or whatever. That's between them. But don't lie and try to disgrace me when it goes public. Like, I don't like that. That's, like, she didn't deserve that.
I'm with you. The lying part I get, I don't know if there was a disgrace in the whole thing, though.
No,
we didn't disrespect her and Clay just said, I did it for content. I could see that would piss me off if we weren't doing it for content.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone went in.
He had a spicy tone when he was talking about her up here. Oh, I ain't even know she was like that. Like, I ain't fuck that girl. I ain't know she was like that. Like, I got to be more careful who I hang around and this.
Okay, you're reminding me. Yes, that did happen.
Called her a whore.
Everything I just said. I apologize.
He called her a whore?
Yes.
Wait, when did he call her a whore?
I gotta be more careful around whores.
He said that.
Well, was that a blanket statement?
But like,
all
He
do.
was talking
coming
about
off a 20-minute
her.
conversation.
How big is the blanket? And who's sleeping?
It was the one. It was the one. The one they were cuddled up under. That's what it was.
Hey, Clay,
I still
man.
love Clay. That's my guy.
Nah, listen, Clay, you just listen, man. I get it though. You know, you're running the same game to all of them, and you still in that phase of where you feel like you got to make them feel like y'all in a relationship instead of just keeping it for what it is. We just having fun. That's all this is. But that's how you run into being a fuckboy. You run into fuckboy territory when you start running that type of game on all of these women, make them feel like the relationship is more than it is. Just be honest, just be real, just be upfront. You avoid a lot of issues on the back end of that. But again, man, Clay is just, he's just having fun. He's living a dream right now. He's having his time in the light. I don't blame him, man. Clay just on jet skis in North Carolina, just on the lake, just having fun. Catfish and jet skis, man. It is what it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it
is. Yeah, it ain't nothing more. I don't think it's more than that. I think he's just having fun, man. He's just having fun. Shout out to Clay. Shout out to Celina too. I like how she came right in the DM like, nah, don't follow me. We not cool. What the fuck? I was like, oh shit, gangster. I like that shit.
I want to know what we paid him.
Listen, man. Yo, what you want me to say, man? I was like, paid? I was like, no, I don't think I've ever paid any for a guest. I would never do that. But she was very clear. Like, you want me, you got to pay me double.
I mean, no Terrace Howard math, but I think 0 times 2 is 0.
Something like that.
All right. So yeah, if Celina wants to come on for twice the price.
Yeah.
Cool.
Twice the double? Twice the zero?
2 zeros.
2 more zeros. We'll give you 2 more zeros. Don't worry about that.
I mean, no. All right. In his defense, we did order wings. We ordered some alcohol. Like, it's hospitality here. If you want to come on and be a guest, we'll definitely get you some food.
Good vibes, good energy, good conversation over
Y'all bought him wings and liquor like y'all was trying to fuck. That's what you buy, but you trying to fuck.
Moguls, the weed.
No, not those hot buffalo wings. I'm never trying to give a chick hot buffalo wings before I beat.
Yeah, there was weed. So there's exchange.
Oh, y'all smoked them out?
Yeah. Starting to sound a little Me Too-ish. So we took advantage of this guy.
Did we?
And then sent him on his flight.
We got a full of that elixir. And then sat him down and said, oh, turn the cameras on.
Well, Celina, we'll get you some food. We'll go even crazier. If you want an Uber from your hotel to our studio, we got you.
Yeah.
No pool.
Oh, we could probably send Celina on a spa day in New York.
You got to go with her, though.
I got to go to the spa.
I want to send both of y'all, yeah.
And the cameraman.
And Peach.
So I got to go on a spa date. I got to go on a spa. I got to go on a spa date with Celina.
Yeah.
Tough life you live, Maul.
Oh, man.
Do you want a double date?
It's a tough. Do I want to what?
Yeah, double date.
Who you bringing?
My girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't.
Go to the spa?
You think her and Celina would have a good time together?
No.
That would be.
That's why I just offered it.
That would be a tragedy.
I think it would go awful.
Yeah, that would be a fucking tragedy. But yeah, Celina, it's if you always want to come on, anytime you happen to be in New York, hit us up. We would love to kick it with you, have some fun, laugh a little bit. But Celina seemed like she about that bag. She ain't coming to talk if nigga ain't paying. So maybe we will never talk to Celina Powell, but if we do get the opportunity, I would love to hear her just kick it because
you did good. I heard you could there's other ways of paying somebody.
What did Demaris just say to me?
I didn't hear it, but I heard it.
Okay, so you just don't want to repeat it.
We have enough HR.
And that's a sick thing to hear. Like, why you just hear that? Yeah, y'all, you did good. I heard. What? Who said that? Who told you that? No, but it's okay.
All right, my bad. I was just trying to get Celina on.
Yeah, but I'm not. I wouldn't sleep with Celina. Not saying she.
But what if you guys like really hit it off and there was like a lot of chemistry there?
I still wouldn't sleep with her.
I feel like she'd like you because you'd keep it a buck. Like you wouldn't do the leave her in this like
I'm not doing
fake relationship shit.
But bro, that's
her energy is like your energy. She's just a little more aggressive.
I don't know if her energy is like mine, but I
terms of like
you're trying to go
straightforward and upfront.
Oh, okay, okay, got you on that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I see the similarities between the two. Like that is kind of your treacherous.
I wonder
twin.
what her rising sign is. Her star, her sun. What is it? Sun and moon. The moon rising.
Sun, moon.
She's
and
Maul
rising.
rising.
She's Maul rising.
You need to figure out what her Venus is. That's the way that she shows love.
We see how she shows love.
I've seen how she shows love
on camera.
I like that type of love.
Yeah.
I love that type of love.
The Venus lens.
Yeah. It's a Venus flytrap, if you will.
Yeah. So fuck the spa. Hotel date.
Room service.
Mondrian.
On me. Yeah.
Room service on me.
Yeah. Shout out to Mock Hami, Rich Ass Haitian, available now on DSPs. Shout out to Rhapsody, her album is available as well, called
Please Don't Cry.
Please Don't Cry. Shout out to Rhapsody. Rhapsody is one of those, I think we had a conversation about the female rappers now. It's like, it's either It's either you make music like Rhapsody, or you all the way on your sexy red Ice Spice side.
Yeah.
Where's the middle? Where's the middle woman at? I feel like Armani sees a fit in that middle.
She did.
Like it could be sexy, it could be raunchy, but then it could be like rap. It could be, the hustler's girlfriend type of rap that we used to get with like Foxy and Kim, that type of energy. We don't really get a lot of that from the female rappers right now.
Yeah, I mean, Tierra Whack's shit I think is great. It didn't have the push that it probably deserved.
Tierra's fire.
She's in that middle ground for me where she can do both those things. But with Rhapsody's album, I went to the listening on Wednesday, Thursday, whenever that was. And she sat and did an interview with Apple Music or whoever the fuck it was. I'm sorry for not knowing exactly.
Mm-hmm. And
this album is definitely getting closer to that middle ground. Like, she didn't try to bar everyone to death. This is her most honest album. Like, that was, as much as I've loved Rhapsody before, I always felt like, I know so much about you because we're cool and friends. But your fans know nothing about your life. Like, they just know you could rap better than most guys.
Mm-hmm.
She got into her bag on this one. The production is drastically different. She's talking about real life shit. She's got joints on there too. She got a record with Wayne that could play in the car.
Yeah.
Like, she talked about her first lesbian experience, sleeping with a married man. Like,
I'm gonna go listen.
She got into some shit on this album. It's not what we've always gotten from her.
Mm-hmm.
Great boom bap and great raps.
Is she a open lesbian?
Well, she talks about her first lesbian relationship on this album.
Okay.
So she didn't properly say what her sexuality is, but off the album, one would say that she's bisexual, is what they would say.
Okay.
But yeah, she talks about some shit on here. There were some lines on that I was like, this is...
I got a feeling one day Rhapsody gonna pop out with a sundress and she gonna have so much ass.
Even when she goes out of her way not to be sexualized, you sexualize her.
No, I'm not sexual, but I just, you know how it is when you see a girl that dresses a certain way all the time, and then it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, they put on like some real like feminine shit, and you look like a totally different woman. You look great, not in a sexual way, but it's like, damn, like, okay, that's what was underneath the jeans and the jerseys. That's what's up.
The views and opinions of this podcast are malls and malls only.
Fuck it, it's my opinion.
Rhapsody is a very beautiful woman.
Rhapsody is dope. I fuck with Rhapsody. I love Rhapsody. A Boogie's album, Better Off Alone, available now. Shout out to A Boogie, Bronx legend. It's me, A Boogie, Ice Spice, KRS-One, Cardi. We claiming Denzel, even though he's from like Westchester County. We still claiming
A-lister. That's an A-lister right there.
Yes.
What about Terror Squad? Isn't Terror Squad from the Bronx?
Like the whole just Terror Squad?
Wait, like the gang portion of it?
Yes, Fat Joe. Is that who you're referring? Yes, Fat Joe. He's Bronx
Pistol
legend.
Pete, yeah.
Remy's not from the Bronx?
Remy, Bronx legend. Remy's from the Bronx. The Bronx, we got a few legends, man. But it's me, Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter.
Every time he name them, it's
from
different
Baltimore.
people.
No, he's from the Bronx. I saw him play there before.
No, you didn't.
Maul would have gone.
How
to
fucking
Babe's
old
game.
are you?
Yeah, I would have gone there. I definitely would have gone to a Babe Ruth game, 100%.
Black man, right?
Who's Black man?
I saw that theory on Twitter recently. Not even because we brought up Babe Ruth last episode. I don't think it was an algorithm thing. Babe Ruth is actually black.
I mean, George Herman Ruth. A name like Herman, you got to be. That's
there was
nigga.
some shit when they went through like his actual DNA, and Babe Ruth was a black man. All his like direct first cousins look like you.
But where we taking this? Because if you want me to start talking, we all black. The original man is black.
Oh
I agree.
yes, Kyrie.
No, the original,
Demaris.
the Asiatic black man is the original man.
Hold on, Demaris, stop playing with me. stop playing with me, Demaris. All right, because you that's your last one for the day. All right, cut it the fuck off. All right, cut it the fuck off. All right, back to you, Rory. What were you saying? Sorry.
And this is how you know she ain't never listened to Wu-Tang in her life. Kyrie put her on the game.
Yeah.
Kyrie did that
first. The original man is the Asiatic black man. I understand.
Yes.
Separate point though.
Okay.
That all of his first fucking cousins are like look like you, Babe Ruth. That there is this whole theory that they did try to make him seem like a white man when his whole family was black.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And I don't know how much credence there is to that theory, but I just read 140 characters. I didn't do a rabbit hole into it, but yeah.
I got to look into that.
Babe Ruth's cousins used to be at Yankee Stadium front row.
That's crazy. But we got to look into that. If that's true, that's like a crazy story.
Yeah, and I couldn't really do the rabbit hole because I was already in the rabbit hole of the Iranian president being killed.
Oh yeah, that
So
was
Babe Ruth went to the side.
I saw the
over
guy on the
weekend.
mountain running. I saw. Yeah, I know. I saw that. No, we're not going there. We're
What?
not going there.
Are you full conspiracy on that, Rory? Because
I don't think it's a conspiracy.
As soon as I saw it happen, I was like, I already know Rory's gonna be like, this isn't real.
No, it's real. I just don't think there was a mechanical issue.
Oh, you just think they got knocked down?
Yeah.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
That's very possible.
Yeah, I mean,
It's almost so possible that might be exactly what happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
They said there were space lasers. I saw some of these theories, man.
Space
These
lasers.
dumb motherfuckers.
wait, why is that a conspiracy?
Space lasers?
Not space lasers, but we have F-22s right now that they already did a press release last year that wasn't hidden. We have lasers.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
We can easily
laser.
thermally heat up a fucking helicopter and knock it down without a sound.
Yeah.
That's not like something that we're hiding.
Mhm.
Yeah, that could happen. You think Israel, who's actually far better than us right now when it comes to weapons, we can't even get a fucking Golden Dome or whatever that shit is called.
Yeah.
Iron Dome.
Iron Dome.
You don't think Israel, you don't think we've given Ukraine some fucking lasers?
I don't know, man. I don't really go into those rabbit holes, man. I try not to because I think some of that shit is just not good for your brain to like.
It's
consider.
not.
Because you start thinking everything is a fucking conspiracy.
Okay, well, let's not even go with the conspiracy. Did it not stop you guys in your tracks that he died? Because that's fucking big right now.
Yeah, it stopped me.
Between Russia and
It's
Iran,
huge.
us
That's a
in
huge
Ukraine,
story.
us in
Yeah,
Israel,
it's crazy.
Iran and Israel, we're in a death triangle of foreign aid.
Yeah,
Him dying, nah, I didn't just be like, those damn helicopters.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think in the middle of war, the president dying isn't a coincidence.
I don't think there's much of a conspiracy. That's usually what they want to happen when it's war. So
Could you imagine if that happened here? If that happened to what's the helicopter? Marine Force One, I think is what they call the helicopter. If that shit just crashed, whether or not he was on it, like just the thought of that, I don't know. Like that's just crazy to me. It's fucking insane.
I'm just happy that we have the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Canada, and Mexico around us. The fuck shit we've done to the world. Thank God we have that protection.
yeah.
It's harder to surprise us than people think.
No Warrior Mouth.
If you've listened to this podcast, you know that I try to get a lot of things off my chest, especially when it comes to the voicemails you guys send in. And it's great to have this opportunity to talk on a podcast and get a lot of that negative stuff out of me. But it doesn't really solve anything. Therapy is the actual safe space to get these types of things off your chest and actually figure out how I'm going to work through it. Love them all, but you need a therapist sometimes. Clearly, you see that I bottle all of these things up. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designated to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch to another therapist if you're not really rocking with them. No additional charge. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Rory Mall today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Rory Mall.
Julian, we have any voicemails?
We do.
Yeah.
I don't like you guys trying to avoid Biden and Trump having a debate in June. But
Oh, no,
it's
don't
cool.
you
We can get to
worry.
voicemail.
I think I'm gonna do a Patreon live as soon as that debate happens. You know, I'm
Real-time
we should
commentary.
watch
Oh
that
my
together.
fucking God! Are you
To
kidding
watch
me?
two people bullshit us?
Oh yes, gotta love it.
Just two people jacked up on meth.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you guys see
leaders of the free world?
did you guys see Trump's video he made of Biden falling, the music video?
Of
No,
course.
but I'm sure it was funny. I did see him do a speech and say he wants a drug test before the debate, like it's fucking Pacquiao and Mayweather. I did see that.
It is Pacquiao Mayweather. This is bigger than Pacquiao.
Of
Mayweather,
course,
actually.
this is the biggest conversation debate that's ever taken place.
Absolutely.
This is bigger than We the People.
I cannot wait for this shit. I've been because they was trying to say that Biden wasn't gonna do it. Like at first, he wasn't gonna debate. He wasn't gonna. They was trying to keep him away from that
He's
stage.
gonna get so smoked.
It's gonna be
Let's just watch it as a family. Is all I'm saying.
it's gonna be rough, man.
Yeah, let's just watch it as a
I
family.
thought the Knicks was rough.
Oh man,
I
Ah.
think it's hilarious. He said, "I need a drug test before I get on that stage."
I feel him. I definitely feel him. All right, Julian, voicemails.
Hey, what's up, Pod? This Chase from Philly. I got a question for y'all. One of my closest homies passed away abruptly. And I thought about y'all because me and him was both big fans of y'all. We went to y'all Charlotte show, took a picture with y'all. He was like 6'11", so Rory made a quick joke. And
I remember
sure
him.
he stood on stage during
I remember
the picture,
him too,
so,
I remember.
so he didn't look small. But
Yeah,
condolences.
Rest in peace. Yeah, no, I remember him.
Yeah, he just passed away,
Damn.
right? And I'm dealing with some grief because honestly, this is like the first person that was this close to me that passed away abruptly. Usually, if I'm close to somebody that passed away, it was kind of like an expectation, almost. But for him, this is completely different because the shock and surprise of it all, and just dealing with the grief. And my question for y'all was, how do y'all deal with grief? Like, I know everybody has been through something, like, and dealing with it, but right now, this shit is like really tough for me. And I just wanted to know how y'all deal with it, with some pointers that I could use going forward, because I really don't have an answer right now. Thank you.
Grief is to me is different for everybody. I don't think there's a definitive answer for that. What I would say, and what I've tried to do when I deal with grief and losing somebody, is definitely always remember, the moments and the times and the memories, but also pay attention to, the fact that life has to go on, life has to move on. You have to keep yourself to a certain extent as busy as you normally would be. Try to create a routine of, having moments to just for yourself and away from everybody, because you're gonna need that. Working out, I think is a good way to kind of release some of that tension and energy and emotion. And yeah, man, just again, it's no definitive answer. You got to deal with grief the way you deal with it, but you want to make sure that you keep your health and you keep your mind and your body healthy, and try to remember that, while we do love our loved ones and we're sad that we'll no longer see them in the physical, but we do have to move on. We do have to move forward as best we can. But take your time with it. Understand that it's part of the process of moving on. You have to grieve. You have to have those emotions. You have to have those moments. My mom lost her mom when she was young, and my mom still to this day has moments of weakness and grieving and things like that. So it's not something that I lost my brother years ago, but it's not something that you just are gonna get over and get past immediately. There's gonna be times where you can't stop thinking about the person, and then one day you're gonna look up and realize you haven't thought about that person for the first time in a couple of days. Like, it's just, life is weird like that. Like, it just,
and you'll feel guilty when that happens.
you feel guilty. So it's just, you got to give yourself that space to move on. Understand that you have to move on. Understand that the person would want you to move on and to be healthy and be productive in life. But give yourselves those moments to be weak, and to have those moments of breaking down if you have to, and being alone, and having time to yourself and your thoughts. That's part of it all too. But all at your pace, all at your time, whatever's best and healthiest for you is how you deal with grief. I can't tell you how to deal with it. I'm just telling you certain things to look out for, and just to make sure you don't get too stagnant and too stuck in a place where it starts to affect your mental and physical health.
Yeah, I mean, I would can't tell you exactly what to do. I can tell you what not to do, and that's what I do, is just bury it and pretend like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Never really address it.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, like with Raven's mother passing, I think just being around her and her family has been the best way for everyone to deal with grief. So like, even if that was your friend and maybe you weren't even that close with his family, it could be a good time to get to know his family.
Yeah.
Because you can alleviate their grief while alleviating yours as well, being around someone that also loved that person.
Yeah.
Like, that's been like the only good thing I feel like I've done with grief, is just be around other people. And again, I don't know if you are close to his family or not. I'm sure they would really appreciate knowing how he affected your life in such a positive way. And that was your man's. Like, you just coming around and being like, it's your son, your brother, whatever, was such a great person, alleviates their grief, and I think does the same to you in that same process.
Yeah.
Best way to deal with it is just be around people that also love that person.
Take your time. Give yourself grace. Give yourself those moments to be weak and vulnerable. And life has a way of moving forward. And you'll look up one day and realize, like, okay, like this is life now. This is the feelings that I have now moving forward through the rest of my life. And always, talk about them, remember them. Like you said, with friends, family, have those moments, because it definitely helps with the healing when you laugh about certain situations and things that y'all did together. You learn about shit that he did that you didn't even know about through family and friends. And, having those stories, it helps with the healing process. It feels like, in some ways the person is still here. The energy is still here. So you need that as well to move forward.
And, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rory. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
anytime I've like left a family gathering when like my uncle passed last year, being around my cousins and just talking about him, I leave so much happier.
Yeah.
Like the grief feels relieved when everyone is just speaking about him. Like it doesn't make you more depressed. It actually helps like with the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like that was fun to laugh again about certain shit that he did in his life and who he was. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because if you were to die, you would want someone to keep your memory alive. Like talk about the stupid shit that I did, the funny shit that I did. Like talk about all of that stuff. Also, I know this may sound corny and you don't have to admit to anybody that you out loud that you did it, but when my best friend died, I wrote her a letter. It took me a long time to be able to do that. But write a letter or even a text message to a phone that nobody has. Or even if you don't send it, like just whatever, just write out how you felt about that person. If you were talking to them, if it's somebody that you talk to regularly and you feel like you're holding so many things in now or so many memories that you have that they don't know about, write them down. If you guys have memories together that nobody knows but you and that person, make sure you write those down, because as you get older, your memory goes, right? Even the best times of your life, you'll forget some of them. So make sure you write all of those things down and keep record of it. And then when you're feeling stronger and the grief isn't as heavy, you can go back and look at that. Like, oh my God, I forgot that we did that, or I forgot that they said that, and things like that. It does help.
Yeah. Or just, or just completely avoid it with sarcasm and jokes and never address it.
No, that's what you shouldn't do.
Community is also really important. I think what Rory said, like the instinct to just like be alone and just like wear it just within yourself, versus I always try to do like the juxtaposition of like, we like to laugh in groups. So like when we're at a comedy show, it's like the communal laughter, and it's made for at a concert. It's better when you're sharing that moment with so many people. And I think the same goes to grief. And I think people hang that up when it comes to grief because they don't want to burden other people with that, like the sadness. But again, like with the shared family, friends, community, I just think there's so much value in that. And I've been seeing that close hand in particular with Boz and being with him and around his family and their closest friends, just seeing how much that it does. It's never going to be a cure-all, but it does so much for reassuring how important, these people are in your lives and the impact that they not only had on you, but to everybody that they came in contact with. So, lean into the people that you know and that also loved him.
Absolutely. We got one more?
Condolences. I do remember.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember him. As soon as he said the guy was like in Charlotte, tall guy, I was like, I remember. So prayers and condolences to the family, and rest in peace to the gentleman. We got one more?
What's up, Rory, Maul, Julian, Demaris, Real Yomi. Big fan of the pod. Been following y'all since the old pod. My name Alexander, and I'm from VA. I got really more like a relationship advice kind of question, right? So I'm 30 years old. I got 3 kids. One of them's a stepchild or whatever. Met my baby mom when I was like,
or whatever,
20, about to turn 21. She was 19. And we've been together ever since. And, we got married about 4 years ago. I'm active duty, so it just made things a lot easier. But to be honest, it wasn't something I really wanted to do. So now, at this point in my life, sometimes I feel as if I'm missing out on things, if that makes any sense, Like there's experiences I should be having as a young man with some money in his pocket now. Not that I would ever like not want to take care of my kids or be a present father or any of that. I guess just sometimes I feel like I need to, you know, spread my wings a little bit more, if that makes sense. I've been tied down since I was 20 years old, and I know that's a conscious choice, but, you know, shit happens. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Just want to hear y'all feedback. Keep doing what y'all doing. Love the pod. Thank you.
If it's beyond repair, then yes, I think people should split.
Yeah.
If this is something that's not going to work, rather than people just go out and cheat or do some other shit.
Yeah.
Let's just split and figure
Try
out
to
how to
keep
do this
the
in a healthy
respect
way.
intact. Yeah.
But if you don't think that it's over, and you just curious and just like, damn, I missed a whole lot of shit, work on trying to make that shit work with your wife. Like, try to go have some of the experiences that you want to have with your wife. Because you're going to look back and be like, damn, I split my whole household up because I wanted to fuck a few bitches that I didn't think I got to fuck in my 20s.
Yeah, fam.
Like,
you don't
that's
want to
not-
go out
that's
on that.
not worth-
Yeah, that's not worth losing your family over. Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
And
fam.
if there's no way this marriage is going to work,
Then
I
absolutely
understand.
move on. Split, move
Split.
on, be happy.
but don't split up because you feel like, damn, I was 20 years old, got married, which, listen, you fucked up. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, agreed.
It is what it is. But listen, after you nut a few times with a few strange fucking women, that's not going to be worth breaking up a whole happy home with 3 kids.
Start to feel empty inside.
Like, you're not going to get, those experiences won't fulfill you the way that you think they will.
No.
I think you can find stuff with your wife to do at that point when you got a little money in your pocket. Get some babysitters, go on vacation, explore together, like do other shit, but with her.
Right.
And then just hope maybe she'll also like women too. And maybe you have a threesome and then you'll feel like you
No,
did
all
something.
right, slow down. No, we don't want that.
I'm trying to find the middle ground.
Honestly, I feel like,
because you know what he's saying. He's saying, yo, I was 20.
He wants to have fun.
yeah.
And I want to fuck strange
He's
women.
active duty in the military. He's traveled. He has money. He had, he feels like
He missed out.
something.
Midlife crisis shit.
Well, he's only
And
30.
he's
He has
fine
I know,
with
but
her.
when you
That's
get married,
crazy.
midlife crises come from when you get married and settle down.
he
Them IG demons just getting to him.
You need to be
He's
back
scrolling on
active
IG.
duty, get deployed in Thailand, and then just go crazy.
Well, you might
'Cause
catch
then-
something over
'cause,
there you
yeah.
can't get rid of.
Well, international bodies don't count.
Yeah, I
No,
don't want that.
Go to
Look at Geneva
Amsterdam,
Convention.
run up the red light district.
Listen, fam, try to work it out with your wife. If it's not something that you feel like it's over, it's nothing to work on, it's like, let's just split and go our ways and co-parent and do that thing respectfully, then do that. But don't lose your family over the fact that you may have gotten horny and you see some, these BBL bodies and things like that, and you feel like you want to, wrestle with a few of them in the bed, and don't lose your family over that, fam. Don't do that. But if it's something that you feel like the relationship is over, keep the respect intact, raise your children together, be a healthy example to your kids, and have a healthy environment that y'all gonna co-parent in, and go out there and do your thing.
This is going to sound a little toxic, but we can be truthful here. Are your experiences going to be worth her having her own experiences and your kids possibly calling someone else dad?
Oof.
Is this experiences with other bitches going to be worth your kids possibly living in a different home while she wants to go have her experiences? She ain't about to break up. Y'all not going to split and she's just going to wait for you.
Right.
Is these experiences worth that?
It's never worth it. It's never worth losing your family, like I said, unless the relationship is at that point where it's nothing to fix, nothing to work on. Let's just go our separate ways. But if it's not that, work on it. If not, move forward.
I do want to give him some grace because there's more to relationships than, I just feel like I'm missing out on fucking. If you've been, with this girl since you were 20 years old, you just might be tired of living with someone. Like, you just might be tired of this person and not even just tired, almost like how when you're at work and 12 o'clock hits and you're not really tired from the 4 hours of work that you did. You're tired because you got 4 hours still left. So it's like, yeah, like I love her and this shit is cool, but I've been with her this long and I still have the rest of my life to go. If you're feeling like that, you definitely need to tell her, because I'm sorry. My heart would drop if I heard my husband call into a podcast and be like, yeah, we got married young. Like, it is what it is, but like, I'm kind of tired of being here. Like,
Yeah, Grace went out the window.
Yeah, you said fuck Grace in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
like,
She said Grace and started eating, right? You know how you do that? Let's say Grace. Grace.
Jesus will understand.
He know we hungry.
Anyway, but yeah, like I personally, like I feel like you need to have a conversation with her and potentially y'all need to separate. Not get divorced, not permanent.
But hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
on it.
It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker when you see her happy with another nigga.
Or even just experiencing the shit that you want to experience.
Because you think she don't feel the way that you feel, baby.
That's
always
thing.
the other side. That's the side they don't want to think about. She's saying the same shit. She cold in another part. She cold in the poor minds.
And Lex and Drea said, leave that man.
You don't even know, homie. Your wife cold in the poor minds and saying the same shit you just said. Like, all right, go ahead, man. Y'all going to go out there and realize.
You think she don't think about how she didn't get a chance to have her whole years and get a one-way trip to Miami with some scammer nigga and had a time of her life? Man. And we think about shit like that too. So
niggas right in her DMs.
Miami's hilarious. It's like a $70 flight.
Yeah.
Julian, it's not about the Miami trip. It's about the experience. But yeah.
Chick with 3 kids before she's 30 would take that Miami flight.
Oof. She just want to walk on the beach in a thong bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Let that ass just move everywhere. Just
like
let
water.
the sun and the sand hit that ass. Cause it hurt when you open IG and see like the sand handprints on a girl ass that you love. And I'm not there. Who hands is that? Who hands is that?
Who do you fuck in Miami when I'm not there?
Oh my God, that's gonna hurt, fam. So listen, if you can work on your relationship, work on it. If not, keep the respect, take care of the family, co-parent, raise your kids in a healthy environment, and enjoy the rest of y'all lives.
Yeah, you're a parent, dude. You gotta prioritize your kids first.
Yeah.
You can't that's it. You said it. You get it. This is the life. This is the cards you were dealt, but it's your life. Yeah. And you have you're in charge of other children.
I'm against that.
There's grace. We did say, if this doesn't work for you, you should split up.
Yeah.
Just don't make a mistake.
Yeah. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah, I'm against staying. Like if you're miserable, if you're truly miserable and this is making you unhappy, eventually what you're gonna start doing is taking out your misery on the person you're in a relationship with, and that's going to affect your kids. So if you really, really feel, I can tell that he feels that way, y'all just need to take a break. Quick little 1 year, 2 year, do your own thing. You'll be back soon. You'll be back before she back. When she dropped them kids off to you and be like, yeah, it's your week and I'm out.
Yeah, just don't make a mistake. Drake is also the sickest human being ever. Harmonizing who do you fuck in the city when I'm not there? We all think it.
Poetry.
Oh, it is. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying you're sick for having the courage to harmonize that.
Right.
We've all thought it. But to get on a song and what key are we in, 40?
Yeah.
A minor.
Love it. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. They lost Game 7 at home yesterday. It was a great season, though. Great run. Injuries just caught up to us.
Thank you, New York Knickerbockers. First time I've ever said this. This was my favorite season in my entire life to watch you guys.
Shout out Jalen Brunson. Shout out Josh Hart.
You guys were amazing.
Shout out Rory. DiVincenzo.
He did his best.
No, he did his
Game 7.
Nah, he balled out.
Listen, man.
That was the hardest game. It was like fleeting moments of like back-to-back threes. I was like, yeah. And then it was like Pace went on a 15-0 run. I'm like, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
When we got within 8, I was like,
yeah, and then they told us that Brunson broke his hand. I just turned the TV off. I was like, all right, man, enough is enough.
But I will say,
so sad.
The first time when we got within 8, this is the first time in my entire life I say, well, the Knicks is just about to nick. And I had confidence because I love this team and this team really cares. It's just when you end up with one starter on the court in a Game 7 playoffs when they're shooting, 76%?
It just wasn't.
You can't win.
Injuries caught up to them, but they do have a lot to build on going into next season. Everybody comes back healthy. I think the confidence will be there. I think the culture has changed within the Knicks organization. They realize that they are a top 3, top 4 team in the East. They have a guy in Jalen Brunson who is going to be in the MVP talks for the next foreseeable seasons, at least the next 2-3 seasons. And then you get your all-star back in Julius Randle. I just think the Knicks have a lot to build on. This was a great season. I hate that it had to end the way, but it did. But I mean, just being realistic, I don't think they could have beat Boston the next round.
It was
they were playing for
extra, getting hurt, man.
Playing for an extra 4 or 5 games, maybe. Like it is what it is. Go home for the summer, get healthy, get back in the gym, come back next year with that confidence that we ended on this year. And I think next year is going to be a longer run for the New York Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks, man.
Yeah. And I hope they don't make very many offseason moves.
Same.
Like I really think this team should stick
just
together.
Get healthy. Just get healthy and then see what that looks like. Roll that out again and see what that looks like. Shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves. A lot of people had written them off last week when they lost at home to Denver. People thought the series was over. But the Timberwolves had something to say about that last night. They beat the Nuggets in their Game 7 in Denver. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Karl Anthony Towns, like what they did this season and what they're doing and knocking off the defending champs. Something that I don't think anybody had the Timberwolves doing. So this is just a testament to the player that I think Anthony Edwards is and will be for the next 10, 12 seasons.
I'm rooting for him for the remainder of playoffs.
I'm rooting for Kyrie, though. I want to see Kyrie Irving get back to the finals. I would like to see Kyrie get another ring. Only because we obviously know everything that Kyrie has been through in the last few years with the NBA, his stance on the whole during the pandemic on the whole vaccination thing here in Brooklyn, him being blackballed and not being named and on the Olympic team this summer. I think all of that is an extension of who people think Kyrie is, and they feel like he's a distraction. They feel like he's somebody that you can't. You don't know which Kyrie you're going to get. I think Kyrie is still one of the best players in the league. He's one of the best players I've ever seen. I think he's a solid individual. I think he is a guy that has his beliefs and stands on his morals and his integrity, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But unfortunately, when you put on an NBA jersey, there's certain things that they want you to abide by, and
they treat him like he's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. He's not a distraction.
He's not a distraction. So I would love to see
quietly
Kyrie
says his shit.
I would love to see Kyrie get another ring because I'm sure everybody on that Olympic team this summer, he will be the topic of discussion if he gets another ring this year. So I'm rooting for the Mavericks to go all the way. Anthony Edwards has his time though. I think his time is coming.
It will.
But I would love to see Kyrie and Luka finish it off this year and get a ring. So yeah, man.
Just no Boston.
No Boston.
That's just where I'm
from Boston.
All right. Timberwolves where I'm going for. Whoever from the West.
Anybody from that side. I like the Mavericks though. Shout out to Kyrie.
Bum ass Boston, Indiana.
Mavericks.
No one gives a fuck about that matchup.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch that. I know Boston is gonna do what they gotta do.
But I mean, listen, I love Obi when he was on the Knicks. I was sad to see him go. It made sense for the trade, but
yeah.
And he cooked us. I forgot.
All of a sudden,
I forgot what game
now?
that was. Was it game 3? He was smoking.
Couldn't shoot for shit on the Knicks. All of a sudden, he's like an 80% free throw shooter. This guy was
lights
good
out
for a dunk a game. Now he's dropping 30.
He's been in the gym this offseason.
But I always liked Obi, so I'm happy that he's with a team that is doing great. But anyways, all right.
Well, we'll talk to y'all in a couple days. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.